Hello. Good to see you.
All right, there, Evidence. Welcome back to Code Vein in the Road to 100, where in this set we're gonna do the duo and we're gonna do Mido at the same go here. So we'll see how this goes, what comes of it, and everything. For the duo, we're gonna be running stun. And since we're gonna be focused like all the time, half of our passives here, light impulse for 30% increase to light value here, so we'll get about another 300 or so added here, which will be great because then we have Bridge to Glory, which will give us about another 150 or something like that added to our damage here, which is nice for free. Then we'll get stun buff as well, which will increase our stun value, so we don't really need debuff buildup because we'll be focused like all the time, so stun buff will be pretty much active non-stop throughout the fight, and we'll have opportunism, so as they get stunned, we'll get that 25 sweet percent increase to our damage. And since we're gonna charge them at certain points, especially the Cannoneer, towards the later half of the fight, we will definitely go for that. Now we're running Jack here for his morale boost, not necessarily for damage. Now if we wanted to go for damage, we could go for Jack here towards the end of the fight if we wanted to, but there's really no reason for that at the moment. So right now we will just go for a couple of these things here to get ourselves up and running, to get as much Ichor as possible running before the or in the first few seconds here of the fight. So this should all work pretty well here. Okay. And you see that we're able to get focused here. That's good. And then, oh, okay. And we're invincible, so we'll go for Bridge to Glory. Okay, and we'll go for a couple of attacks here on her. Okay. Okay, and we'll go for stun. Okay, good. We are invincible. There we go. And let's go for a charge attack. Okay, and we didn't really get too much damage there on her while she was stunned, so that's really unfortunate. Okay, and it would be nice if we get focused here. There we go. Let's head into the fire. Okay, good. And let's go for stun on her. Okay. Okay. There we go. And she should get stunned here in just a second. There we go. And that'll give us really good damage on both of these folks here. Okay, and we are almost out of like everything here, so we need to be very careful like that. Okay. Please, I think we dodged it, but we are in the glitch phase here. Okay, good. Got both of these. Let's see if we can get focused here. There we go. Good. Okay, we got all our buffs going, so we got stun active here. Alright, let's get stunned. Okay, and she is just all over the place here. I just need to hit her once. Okay, I just need to hit her once. There we go. Okay, and we'll go for a charge attack here for that big damage. And she'll stagger. We got focused, so that's going to be the end of her. Very good, and we are focused now, so we still have good stun value. Okay. Alright, good. And let's go for this. Okay, and a charge attack. Good. Now he's stunned, unfortunately, in a sense, there, because we were not being able to actually do anything there. That was going to be beneficial for us. And you can see just how slowly stun builds up on this guy when you aren't doing it in the best way possible. Okay, so let's go for this. We'll get focused here. Now we do have stun buff active. Okay, that's good. And let's go for a charge attack. Oh, too bad that he didn't get stunned there. Okay, good. We got everything. And we are going to need elemental wall for sure. Okay. And let's get in here and go for a charge attack. Good, and let's go for another one. And you can see how good those pillars are, even at a distance there. They do very, very well. Okay, and now we will get focused, and we got stun buff. Okay, now he's focused, so we'll go for another charge attack. It's nice that during that charging there, he does give us, we do get a little bit of extra damage in. Not an incredibly huge amount, but it is kind of nice. Okay, and we'll just sit here behind him and go for the kill. Oh, Jack got the killing blow. That is unfortunate. All right, but at least we, whoops, at least we were able to do enough there at the moment. So now as we get into Mido, we will do slow and poison instead of stun. So this is how we are able to actually get all of our setups here going all at once. And we don't have Bridge to Glory, as you'll notice here. So we are, whoops, we are going straight up for regular damage here. Now we could get rid of slow weapon here, Binding Mark or Dragon Lunge, and go for Jack. But there's probably a good chance that Mido's gonna slap us hard and take us out. So we will go for these, and we will definitely go for charge and drains. And we do have a bunch of stamina gifts here. We have double morale boost with concentration. And so what that means is that we're going to be able to have a huge amount of stamina as we go into the Mido fight. So as we are charging on our way in, we're able to actually bring him to a stagger point, but then we're also able to continue our attacks much more than we would normally be able to, just because of the fact that we're going to have a huge amount of stamina available to us. Okay, and good, and we'll go ahead and heal. Good, and heal again. Good, and I think we will go for Binding Mark first. I guess, sure, we'll go for Venom here. Good, and we'll heal, and then we will go for Dragon Lunge. Okay, and let's get into the fight. And we won't go for the charging stuff just yet, just because we want that little bit of extra time here in the fight with Mido. Okay, we'll go for Binding Mark. Oh. Okay. And you can see that we don't really have a huge amount of build-up here on Mido, but we have just enough. Okay, we missed. And he's a little bit slow boy now, which is nice, but we can do a couple of more attacks here and get him poisoned and then get him slowed up here. Okay, that's good. And you can see here that we're definitely able to, you know, take it to him if we need to. Okay, and we'll go for a couple charge attacks here. Okay. And that'll help us eliminate these balls here while he's slow. Oh, okay, we're dead in one hit. That is very nice. Okay. Oops, we missed him. And we're dead. And Jack's inhibited. So this is fantastic. And you can see how in phase 2 here, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to actually get him into a stagger phase in phase 2 here. But we definitely have a really good amount of stamina to be able to dodge around, to attack him at different points. But the problem is that the slow doesn't build up as fast as you would like it to, and that is where, you know, you kind of have to rely on the fact that Binding Mark and debuff buildup will help you the majority of the time through the entire fight. And that is kind of cumbersome, to say the least, because the delay time here of 30 seconds is an eternity in a Mido fight. So just keep that in mind. Okay, and we'll go for all the things here. And we don't really have a huge amount of damage increase because of the fact that we don't have Bridge to Glory or any of the other stuff. So we'll do that, and then we will go for, whoops, Dragon Lunge. Okay, and we'll do this and this. Okay, and this and this and this. All right, good. All right, and our cartridges are going to end here, unfortunately. Good, he's slowed. And he should get poisoned here in just a second. There we go. Okay, we'll go for some charge attacks here. And we'll put him into slow. Okay, that's very, very, very good that he did not go into stagger state. Because now we want him to go into stagger right here, right now. Very good. Okay, we'll go for a charge attack. We'll slow him up here. Good. And this. And good job, Jack. Okay, now he is over with all his things here. So let's get him staggered up here if we can. Or at least his balance is incredible here in phase 2. Good job, Jack. Okay. Whoa, look at that. Went around in a circle. Okay. Good. Oh, you're right. You're right, Mido. I didn't dodge it. Oh, okay. And yeah, I did not dodge that at all. That was really unfortunate. But you can see there that Binding Mark and Venom Mark, as they were on cooldown, we really didn't have the utility that we needed, just because of the fact that we weren't able to actually have any of the status effects happening, which we were losing out on 25% of our damage for that entire duration of time. So in order to mitigate that, if you can dodge effectively and easily and simply, definitely go for Jack for phase 2 if you can. And the way we can do that is by getting rid of this guy for Vow of Icor here, or you can go for Rush of Blood, either way, but this way it will be better since we can we have plenty of Icor available to us, because we're not really doing anything too strenuous or crazy here, and so we can go for Fatal Surge, and you can kind of end it pretty quickly here overall. Okay, and we'll go ahead and heal up and get everything going. Okay, and this, and we'll heal. It is kind of cumbersome to go through all of this, but it does make it worth it in the end. Okay, and we will have to get just enough Icor in phase 2 to get all of our gifts going. So we have 90 seconds here. Okay, let's get some hits here while we have the buffs, or the debuffs running. Good. Good, and now he's slow, so we can do all the things here. Now he's staggered into phase 2 here, which is not exactly where I want to be. Okay, but it's good enough at the moment. Okay, we'll just charge away here. Now we did lose out on time crunch here. Okay, and you can see that just the difference in damage here. Ouch. Just because of the fact that we have a huge amount of increase in our damage. It definitely is worth it for us to have Fatal Surge, because the debuffs, you can count on them, but as soon as they run out and you have that very long cooldown time of 30 seconds, it's really, really, really hard to figure out you know, what to do in the meantime, because when he's slowed, it gives you a lot of time to actually get a charge attack off, and in between that, if he's poisoned, that's 15% of his health that you don't actually have to worry about through the entire course of the fight. And because the fight lasts for about 40 seconds, 45 seconds or so, maybe 50 seconds if it goes a little slower, then you actually do get full use out of the entire duration of a Venom on Mido. Because it lasts for 30 seconds, and the fight actually, I mean, the fight lasts way longer than 30 seconds. So when you're going for something like this that has a pretty long cooldown here, you know, the fight won't last, if you're running Fatal Surge, it won't last into the 2-minute mark, just because of the fact that, you know, you're able to finish him pretty quick otherwise. Now, that's why it's good to kind of go for the Venom if you can get it, just because of the fact that, you know, that's 15% of the health that you don't need to worry about dealing. during the fight at all. And when he's slowed, you don't really need to worry about too many of his overall attacks and stuff, just because of the fact that, you know, he's slowed and he's going to be retreating from you most of the time. And so if you're actually getting a slow weapon like this, where you have 25 slow and then you can add binding mark on top of debuff buildup, and with a slow cartridge, you can get up very, very high into your slow ability. And so that really makes for a good way um, to get him slowed, so as he's turning around and moving around and doing some of his dodges and things, you're able to actually get a few more charge attacks or reposition and force him into another type of an attack, which then will, you know, force him to be even slower, because his animation times are even slowed significantly. I believe it's like at 75% slow. Good that we're getting flowers here, because we have Eva back at home base. That's very nice. And so running with Fatal Surge here is absolutely the right answer, because if you go for something like Dragon Lunge, it has the potential to miss, and because it's a straight line type of thing, if he moves out of the way or goes into an animation of some sort, he can actually cancel this out. But if you're going for Fatal Surge, he can't really remove it except for inhibit. But if he's slowed and poisoned the whole time, mostly, then he won't really have a chance to hit you too much. But the floaty balls are what, you know, kind of mess you up, because you're in the rhythm of the charge attacks with him being slowed and turning around and doing other things, that the floaty balls are kind of the real problem for us here. Which is why you have to kind of be on your toes. So if you get inhibited, you know, this entire build goes away immediately, and you're left with literally nothing. So it's an all or nothing kind of setup here with Mido. So that's the Blade Baron Cannoneer and Mido, and we'll see you tomorrow here in the outskirts for the Queen's Knight Reborn. We'll see you then.